Alright, I'm going to try this one more time because I keep going over the time. Alright, here's your colors. Now there's two different ways to do this, alright? You can lock the transparency of your color layer. If you lock the transparency, what it does is it makes it so that way when you color, it only colors on that layer, aka that transparency. Alright? What I do is I create a clipping mask, which is I create another layer which effectively does the exact same thing. The only difference is you can keep creating more and more layers so that way each thing can be on different layers and you can mess with it. Like when I create a shading layer, like I can mess with the opacity, like I can make it as dark or light as I want. Like you can see this, like you can mess with that. You can give it a feel if you wanted to, for monkey's sake. Alright? That's why I do that. You can add blur effects, you can do all types of things. That's why I use clipping mask. See, look at that. Bam. Release clipping mask. Create clipping mask. Ta-da! One of the glorious things about CS3. Now, oops. Alright. I tried coloring more than one character and that was my mistake, alright? I feel bad, so let's do Matt right here, okay? Right now I'm going to color his pants because that seems like a lot of work. There are way too many lines. Let's do something easier. Alright, let's go through his lines, okay? Or I clicked on the lines, let's do his arms. So, now, just like how I explained about clipping masks, is it only colors on that layer. So, I'm going to go through and I'm going to expand past that layer because I can only color on that layer. You can do this on transparency, either way, but you always want to do this so that way it colors all the way out to your edges. Okay, so we're gonna go through Matt's color. Bam. Sorry if you didn't notice, I clicked on paint bucket. I hit all the keys as I do this. My tolerance is on 1 right now, which means that it'll only color on one type of color, aka this red is 1. My skin color is 1. It can never color both at the same time. It can only color one or the other, which is awesome. Alright? So now I'm going to go through and I go in and I manually do the small areas like eyes or mouths. You know, there's no point of using the selection tool when you can just easily go da-da, just like this. Alright, so now that I got that, I like to grab the specific stuff first. And do it like this. So it makes it easier. Like, because you'll see why in a second why I do it like that, because it's seriously, it makes your job so much easier. Alright. The best way to do from this point of view is we're going to color the shirt. Okay. What I'm doing right now is I am thinking of what's going to be the fastest way possible because of coloring it. See how I go into the color? You want to do that because, like I said, your paint bucket is only on the tolerance of 1. Means it can only color that color. And I'll show you here in a second. Example through doing. Ta-da! Okay, let's see. Bam. Okay. Now we got my shirt. No. Shirt. Okay. Now see if I only color on that. Ta-da! See, it can only color on one or the other. You can, you know, if you click it again, see, look what happens. Oof. That is the downside of anti-alias. But the reason why I do that is, let's turn it off. Hopefully this shows. Yes, a little bit. Okay. Look, you see how there's that right there? Like it just... Okay, no, that's cool. Okay, stop. There we go. And there's barely any difference. But sometimes when you color, it leaves a gap, and I don't like that gap, so I like to have anti-alias on. So, ta-da, on lines. Okay. See, and this is why you can do. This is why it's awesome. Look how fast I can do that. That's why it's beautiful. Back before, I used to hand color around the whole edges. Not a good idea. One of the pros on anti-alias, or why like how I'm coloring into. Like, it's very important. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around here. It's very, 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 very important for you to go through. See, I'm expanding. To go through and make sure that that your intersection, that you go through your color. You want to go past. You need to go past your colors. There are a lot. If you look closely enough on people's pictures, on like DeviantArt or whatnot, you'll notice that sometimes there are those gaps because they didn't close it off. They just left it. They didn't go through with their little lasso tool and making sure that they intersect. You want to do that because then you can have crappy, like, you look a little less professional. I guess it's, you don't have to look professional. I'm just saying that's a mistake. Why do you want to leave mistakes in your pictures? You notice that, yeah, there's some gaps right here, which is okay. It only happens because of it's a freaking matte picture. This color, for some reason, just has problems selecting correctly. So go through, Whoop. And what I like to do is I just go through real quick, just hash out my edges so my lines don't look so terrible. There we go. See, I just like to do that. I mean, a lot of people just ignore it. I mean, maybe, but look, see, it creates that beautiful smooth color. It's pretty easy, pretty fast, and hopefully that helps you guys out. So I guess I'm kind of doing like a how I do it / tutorial. Alright, so I'll get back to you guys here, and we'll start on throwing down backgrounds. Okie doke.